Hello, this is the Salsa Verde recording for the Salsa Verde, a report on the transfer of energy. If you do not have this recording, please either switch off of this recording or get the Salsa Verde reading. Please have your name, class, and date at the top of your paper. Feel free at any time to pause this video if you need to pause, or rewind if you need to hear something again. Okay, let's get started. Salsa Verde, a report on the transfer of energy. Energy is everywhere around us. It is what sets things into motion. Energy comes in many forms. The definition of energy is the ability to cause change. Question: what is the definition of energy? Write your answer on the line. Okay, and I'm going to keep reading. If you need extra time, please pause this video to answer the question. You should not keep reading until you have an answer written on your paper. One type of energy is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is energy of movement. This is the energy that an object has when it's moving. This movement could include jumping, shaking, or turning. Kinetic energy depends on an object's mass. Mass is how much matter or stuff is in an object. Imagine that you have two toy cars. They are moving at the same speed. One car is heavier than the other. The heavier car will have more kinetic energy. Let's turn to the next page. One form of kinetic energy is thermal energy or heat energy. It is the energy of atoms moving. Atoms are the building blocks of all matter, and they make up everything around us. Atoms are always moving. The faster the atoms move, the hotter something becomes. The other forms of kinetic energy are mechanical energy, electrical energy, and magnetic energy. All of these forms of energy include movement because they are forms of kinetic energy. Questions: what is kinetic energy? Write the definition on the line. Make sure you're using the posters around the room to help you. Second question: what are the four forms of kinetic energy? If you do not have your answer written down, please write down your answer. We are going to move on. Potential energy. Potential energy is different from kinetic energy. It is the energy that an object has because of its position. It is energy that is waiting to be released. For example, a spring has potential energy. When you compress a spring, you squeeze it tightly. The energy in the spring is waiting to be released. The definition of potential energy is stored energy, because the object is going to move in the future. One form of potential energy is chemical energy. It involves molecules. The molecules store energy. They can release the energy in a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction is when one substance changes into another. Fire is an example of a chemical reaction. The other forms of potential energy are elastic energy, nuclear energy, and gravitational energy. All of these forms are stored energy or potential energy. They can make an object move in the future. Questions: what is potential energy? Use the posters around the room and maybe even your notebook to write your answer down on the line. Question 2. What are the four forms of potential energy? If you need more time, pause the video. Energy is a constant. The law of conservation of energy says that energy cannot be created or destroyed. That is one of the most important laws of physics. Energy can only change from one form into another. For example, a soccer ball at the top of a hill has potential energy. Its energy is waiting to be released. It's stored away for the future. When the ball rolls down the hill, then its potential energy changes. The ball is moving, so it has kinetic energy. In this example, energy was not created or destroyed. Instead, it changed types. Energy can also move from one object to another. Think about a game of bowling. A moving ball hits the pins that are not moving. The moving ball stops or slows down. The pins begin to move. Most of the kinetic energy from the bowling ball passes to the pins at the end of the lane. Next page. In this example, energy was not created or destroyed. Instead, energy moved between objects. It also changed types, but the total amount of energy stayed the same. Questions. Fill in the blank. The law of conservation of energy says that. Use the reading and what's up in the room to help you. Okay, question number 2. Is energy ever created? A, yes. B, no. C, sometimes. Next question. Is energy ever destroyed? A, yes. B, no. Or C, sometimes. Next question. Draw a tiny picture of you going bowling. Where does the energy start when you throw the ball? Where does the energy go when the bowling ball hits the pins? And this is the end of the recording. If you have extra time, please review your answers or have a teacher review your answers.